Hello there everyone, Shibby here. Hope everyone out there is doing well. Today I'm back with something a little different, and that is today I am playing some Pokemon TCG Pocket. I've been playing this game for a little while, I've been enjoying it a whole lot, so I figured why not make a video on it and just kind of see what happens here. I figured for this first video I would take my favorite deck in the game, which is this Charizard deck that I have built, and take it to ranked and just see how it performs. Charizard's been my favorite Pokemon since I was a kid, so I figured why not have my first video be the deck I have built around him. I'll do a little, before we get to the ring matches, I'll do a quick little scroll here so you can see what actually cards are in the deck. This deck is built around Charizard, Arcanine, and Moltres here. I will also have the complete deck list in the description below, just in case you're curious, since it's just going to be a brief little scroll here. So I will try to quickly go down this just real quick, so you can get a brief little glimpse. I know it's not very good, I'm not very good at scrolling here. But yeah, this is probably not the most optimal way this deck should be built. I am not very smart in that regard. This is just the way I've been running it, and it's been working for me. So we're just going to see if it continues to do that or just blows up in my face right here and now. But yeah, feel free to leave me any comments if you want to tell me how this should be better played. Not that it matters, but I'm a free player, so the cards that I have, I've just been lucky enough to draw or craft. So yeah, I may not have everything that is needed to make this run optimally, but this is what I got, and we're going to make do with what we can. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling, and I'll be back when I get to my first rank match here. Alright, looks like we've found our first opponent here. We'll see how this goes and what we're going to run into. I'll try to explain as I go along here, like why I had this deck built the way that it's built. It may not be for the smartest reasons, but it'll be my explanations to justify how bad this is. But yeah, we'll start things off with our Moltres here, that is ideal. Moltres are kind of our engine for this game. He gets all of our energy into Charizard and Arcanine here. This deck is a little bit luck-based. There's a lot of decks, as a lot of decks in this game are, because they're based around coin flips. So hopefully the toss of the coin will go our way. So Charizard, if you don't know, if this is your first time seeing anything on this video, he's a powerhouse. As far as I know, he's the only card in this game that can one-shot anything, but he does take a while to build up. So this is why we have Moltres out here to get energies on him, fire energies on him as quickly as possible. We also have Growlithe. The reason Growlithe is here is to help the deck not brick, and he's a little bit quicker to get started while we try to build up Charizard. But we started out with 2 Growlithes and no Charmanders, which is not good, but we have Charmeleon and Charizard in the background, so we can hopefully get that up and running if we get Charmander here. But it looks like we might run into Arcanine first, and we're going up against a water deck, so this is not good, as we have the type disadvantage, as he's already got an energy on Articuno here. But the good thing for us is that Moltres is actually not weak to water, he's weak to lightning, so we gotta try to get our stuff started as quickly as we can. And we finally draw into Charmander here. And basically, Moltres is here just to take damage, be a little bit of a tank, and to get energy on our Charmander. Which we'll start building him up first, because we don't have Arcanine. And we'll see if the coin flip goes our way. Alright, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Alright, we get we get a whole lot of good luck. Usually when I play this deck, my luck is usually not that good. I usually get 1 or none. That might be the second time ever I've ever seen 3 heads. But alright, solid start. I'll take that. He's gonna get the first shot off here. Moltres is gonna take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. We got Professor Oak, and Oak allows us to draw 2 cards. So we'll definitely take that. We get an X speed, which will allow us to get Moltres out without having to actually attach another energy to him. But we can't tag into our Charmander just yet. We get more energy into him and build up to Charizard. And we'll do another Inferno Dance. Now, since I got 3 heads at last time, I'll probably get none. That's usually how my luck is. Alright, well, I spoke too soon. No fucking way. Okay, we got lucky. Usually, when I get lucky on any sort of coin toss, I get punished immediately thereafter. But that's okay. We got enough energy into Charmeleon to start sweeping this board here. So we need to do what we can. Moltres should live, even if they power it up and use a Giovanni to get a little bit extra damage. And like I said, we don't have the type disadvantage yet, so Articuno can't actually one-shot us. Now they could Sabrina in one of our bench, which would be bad, but they don't opt to do that. Alright. So we can now take out this Articuno, no problem. We draw an Arcanine for a little bit of backup. Let's get this Arcanine out here. Let's get our Charizard out. This is our boss monster. Put an X-Speed into Moltres, so we only lose the 1 energy here. Get and they conceded immediately. Yeah, that was gonna go poorly for them. The writing was kind of on the wall. But yeah, that was the optimal way, how you want to get started with Charizard. It doesn't always happen that way, but we got lucky in that first match. But yeah, good game to that opponent, and I'll be back when I find my next game. Alright, let's get into game number 2 here with the J-Man. And see if we can get off to as just good a start as we did in that last battle, which I don't have high hopes. Also, yep. No Moltres and only a Charmander. This is no bueno. They've got the Charizard premium deck sleeves here, or card sleeves. Alright, well, let's try to see if we get Moltres here. No, we got another Charmander. Alright, yeah, this is not the optimal start. Usually you definitely want to have Moltres in your opening hand to have a prayer here. And usually going second with this deck is what you want to, which I think that's arguably what you want for most decks. Other than playing a water deck, I really do not see the merit of going first at all, other than you get to evolve quicker than your opponent. But if you go first, you can't attach energy to anything. You're just kind of doomed to what your opponent will do, and he's already got a fire energy on that Magmar, which I do not like. Alright, well, I'm going to power up this Charmeleon on the bench because, unfortunately, this Charmeleon up front probably is not long for this world. But thankfully, he has to discard 2 energy after he attacks, so we'll survive for another day, unless he's got a Geo, which would not be good. But let's see what we get into here. Alright, plays Oak, gets 2 more cards. He's gonna get another Pokemon on the bench here. Alright, what will it be? Okay, he's running the Blaine deck here, which is a pretty fun deck too. I've run it a couple times. It's probably my one of my top 5 decks for sure that I've got built. I've got a ton built. So they're not all created equal by any means, but some are definitely better than others. But let's see what we can do here. Alright, we got Moltres. We can get this Charmeleon out, thankfully, and try to get our Charmeleon, both of our Charmeleons powered up here. But we're going to have to get lucky and draw into a Charizard before he starts doing some damage. Alright, see if we can get lucky in some more coin tosses. That's a no. Okay, not bad. Usually when I see the first tails, I think of the worst case scenario. Alright, we got Moltres up, we got Charmeleon starting to get powered up. Now we really just need to draw the Charizard. That would be great if we get that going. Alright, he's got his boss monster of that deck, which is Ninetales. Alright, so we won't survive 2 of these, but the only bright side is it's going to take them a little bit of time to get built up again. Unless they also have a leaf in their hands where they can get out instantaneously. Right, we draw Growlithe. We use that Poké Ball to mostly just build the deck at this point. Alright, so we got 4 and the Charmeleon, which is good. Still need that Charizard. Alright, we get a heads. Alright, just 1, but I'll take it. 5 is kind of where you want to be at with a Charizard. So he's not running any EXs in this deck. Just in case you know, there are EX Pokemon like Moltres and Charizard, where if they get knocked out, you get 2 points for losing, and just the normal Pokemon, you only get 1 point if we're knocking them out. So when he knocks out my Moltres, he'll get 2 points, whereas for each one of his Pokemon I take out, I will just get the 1. So we want to get probably... Yep, that's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. Had to leave to get out. Alright, Ninetales only loses 1 energy to get started up. But we can stall a little bit because we got 2 Sabrinas in our hands. But we're gonna top deck this Charizard right here, right now. Right now. Okay, so this puts me in a little bit of an awkward position. Either I play... You can only play 1 trainer card per turn. So either I play Professor Oak, draw 2 cards, hope to God one of them's Charizard, and we can start sweeping. Or I play Sabrina, stall a little bit, because no matter what they do, they can't attack me next turn if I do tag, make them tag. Unless they go with Rapid Dash. Why not gamble on it? Why the hell not? Moltres, I shouldn't have gambled. I should not have gambled. Alright, this puts me in a bad position, so we need to retreat with Charmeleon immediately, or else we'll just lose. Get Moltres out, just to take a hit. Which Moltres can get hit twice, but it's gonna be a pain to get Moltres back out. Yeah, I misplayed there. I should have definitely just did Sabrina stalled. Because the most they could have done was attacked with Rapid Dash. Well, GG's, we just lost. Well, that's what happens when you're built stupid like me. You make the wrong plays at the most inopportune times. But I will not concede. I will just let him kill that Charmeleon, I guess. Alright, well we did lose, because I played very stupidly. Not the guarantee that we would have, the stall tactic would have worked, but we tried, we did what we could. But good game to that opponent, and I will go out and find one more match. Alright, looks like we found our final opponent for the video. I guess depending on how this goes, how short it is, but presumably the final opponent of the video. See if we can get off to a better start here and not misplay beyond belief. Alright, we got Arcanine in our hand, so we'll start with Growlithe first. Let him be a little bit of a tank. And we'll get things started here. Alright, we're actually going second this go-around, which is a huge advantage in my opinion. Like I said before, I think water, I mean, to my knowledge, is the only thing that benefits if you have a Misty in hand, which allows you to get water energy on turn 1. But we're going up against a Psychic deck. I wonder what kind of build they have here. I don't see a lot of this card, or haven't, when I've been playing. They can't play an energy this first turn. Alright, they got a Caterpie and a Mew. Okay. I don't exactly know what the thought is behind this deck, but we will see. Well, I imagine you got Caterpie there to mill the deck out. Alright, we get Moltres in, but we can't actually get him in immediately. Oh, actually we can. We just can't get the chain going, I should say. Alright, so next turn he's gonna put a Pokemon to sleep. I might just endure here. I might just let what happens with Growlithe instead of tagging in Moltres. Because Growlithe only needs 3 energy to get going. And even if he puts me to sleep here, he's not going to do any damage. He could tack out immediately into like Mew or something, but as soon as I evolve into Arcanine, being asleep or not is really not going to matter. Alright, so if we get lucky in the coin toss, we do. But it didn't really matter at this point. Alright, we draw another Charmander. Another energy into Growlithe. We'll just go ahead and evolve him into Arcanine, just in case something could happen to where Growlithe could get killed. And yeah, we'll just leave it as it is and end our turn here. Alright, so we can start doing some damage with Arcanine next turn. Maybe I should have waited one more turn. Could probably evolved, though. If I do get put to sleep, I could have awoken with the evolution, but I make bad decisions all the time. We'll see how this plays out. Evolves. Right, does he tag or keep this Pokemon in? Flabebe. And he's got his Butterfree, so he can start healing with Powder Heal. Arcanine to sleep. I probably won't get the coin toss when I need it. Yep. I was afraid of that. Right, we do have Leaf, but is it really worth it to tag in? We'll just power up the Arcanine. We won't tag anyone else in, and we'll just end our turn. And we get heads, but not when we need it. Alright, hopefully I can get lucky on this next inevitable coin toss I'm going to have to do. Unless he makes a tag to start doing damage. Alright, he's gonna get Mew going. Got that floor grass. Alright, some of these Pokemon, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who they are. I am a Gen 1er through and through, so I'm obviously more more knowledgeable of Gen 1 and 2 than I am of the ones that come after. And they conceded. Well, alright. I don't know why they conceded there. Like, I mean, yeah, Arcanine was getting ready to start to get going, but I feel like they could have probably played that out and maybe pulled ahead on me. But yeah, I guess that's the end of that. It's kind of a quick one, though. I think I will go out and find one more match before we call this video an end. Alright, I'll be back when I find my next opponent. Alright, looks like we for real found our final opponent of the video. We'll see what we go up against here. 2 for 3 is not bad so far. See if we can go 3 for 4 and keep a winning record here. We are going first, which I don't like, but we do have Moltres, which I do like. Starting in the hand, and we can put Growlithe on the bench. We got 2 Poké Balls, which means we can hopefully optimistically pull. I'm hoping a Charmander, at least one Charmander, and probably another Growlithe. Alright, there's the Growlithe I wanted to see. Now, please be Charmander and not my other Moltres. Alright, there we go. That's what I want to see here. We get Charmander going. I can't attach any energy, unfortunately, because we went first. And we will play Professor Oak. Hopefully, we'll see an Arcanine here. Got an X-Speed and a Sabrina. No Arcanine, which sucks, but we'll do what we can here. I'm curious to see what kind of deck they're running. They got the Judagon as the shield. Since you every time you attack it, you do 20 damage to yourself. So, what are they trying to build up here with the lightning energy? What do they need the fodder for? Unless they're running Dragonite. They could very well be running Dragonite. My Dragonite's... Well... they must have bricked something fierce for for them to call it there. Alright, well, let's try to find one more opponent where we can get a game done. I'll be back when I find my next opponent. Okay, here we are. We're going up against Giovanni himself. Let's see if we can get another win on the board and actually get him whole match play through to the end, win or lose, and see what we can do here. This will probably be the last game, concede or not. But let's see if we can get done. All right, have I gone first every single time? Like, it feels like it. Oh boy, not the greatest hand in the world. No Moltres, no Arcanine. We do get Growlithe and 2 Charmanders. Alright, so we're looking at a Golem deck, I presume. Get a Poké Ball. Please don't be another Growlithe. It's another Growlithe. Alright then. We'll leave this spot open because we definitely need Moltres and we'll end our turn. Alright, well thankfully a Golem deck is slow to build up, but he can attack immediately with Geodude, unfortunately. Alright, opts to use Professor Oak. Pokeball. So what's he running Golem in conjunction with? Is this a Brock deck? Am I gonna see Onyx pop up? Well, he opted not to, Oh, there he is, the Jujagon, if I'm saying that right, probably not. So yeah, this is a Golem deck through and through. And we get our Charizard, which, I guess we're just gonna build Growlithe first. Maybe not the smartest thing to do. But now I'm just kind of more or less hoping to draw into, Arcanine. Arcanine or Moltres, I'll take. I'll leave it to Moltres, I can build a little bit. Or delay, I should say. Delay in build. Alright, there's the Graveler. Okay, so he opted to not actually attack again with Geodude. Okay, thank God we joined Arcanine. So here's what my good or not so good plan is. Alright, we got Arcanine up. I'm gonna put a fire energy on Arcanine. We're gonna Sabrina this Graveler out of here. Since everything else he has a high retreat cost, which is a big disadvantage of Golem. And then we're gonna get Charizard in. And I'm still gonna leave this space open for Moltres, which may or may not be a smart thing, but we're gonna do it anyway. And in our turn. And then, unfortunately, with the Judagon, that rough skin does 20 damage for attacking it. Which sucks, which means that, I already take 40 damage, from, hurting myself with Arcanine's attack. So, basically, I'm gonna be trading Pokemon here. Alright, would it be smarter to not kill this Judagon? I mean, if he has Leaf, this is a moot point. But just get Arcanine out of here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna Arcanine out. Since it's a burden of him to get this Pokemon out. And we're gonna build Charizard up. That's what we're gonna do. Try not to play into Golem's hand, which is gonna be inevitable at some point. But if we get 3 tails, I can't build jack shit up, so it's not really gonna matter. Okay, that's the problem. The big problem with this deck is a slow build, and if you're not getting the coin tosses aren't falling your way, you're definitely not gonna build your Charizard up. Yep, that's what I was absolutely afraid of. Well, crap. Alright, well, kind of put in a position where I have to kind of let Moltres die here. I don't want to... Please ignore that my taskbar just came up. And because if I have to get Charizard going in some way, shape, or form, if there's any shot for a comeback of any kind. Alright, I need 3. I gotta have 3 here. Alright, 1 is not gonna do it. So this may be done now. Okay, well that was not good. I definitely had to have more. Alright, the only thing I can think of to manage to pull this out is if I top deck a Sabrina so I can tag anything else in to try to get Charizard time to build in the Crimson Storm, which I don't think I'm gonna get. Now he can't kill me with 1 attack because the Charizard's high health, but I drew Leaf. Alright. Well, I could Leaf Charizard out, but would that really be worth it? Because I would like to get Moltres in to build, but then we just lose all of our... Then I have to put 2 energy into Moltres to, yeah, just... We're just gonna have to grip it and rip it here. Now, right side is next turn, I can kill Golem, but he's gonna attack in that Graveler, and I'm only gonna have 60 health left, so it's not really gonna matter. Alright, this still doesn't kill me no matter what. Alright, so this is no bueno. What do I want to do here? Put the energy in Charizard to kill Golem, Graveler comes in and kills me. I play Leaf, tag in Moltres to try to build up Arcanine and Charizard, but then I have to get... Okay, this is what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to retreat into Moltres. Don't really have a choice there. And I'm gonna lose 2 energy for having done that. But I need Leaf to get Moltres immediately out next turn. Play Professor's Research. See what Oak gives us. Oak gives us another Oak. Okay, so we get an X speed so we can get Moltres out a little bit easier. I guess... Who do I build? Well, we'll see if we get any heads or not. Alright, we get the one. Those are the coin tosses I'm used to seeing. Let's see. I get... Do I build Charizard to build Arcanine? I mean, Charizard's the only thing I got that can kill Golem. Which I guess makes it... Why did I tag out Charizard? But that Graveler was going to come in and kill him, so I couldn't really do anything about that. Now he's got 2 Golems on deck. Alrighty, so Arcanine cannot kill... Well, I can't kill anything it is, I'm energy into him. So I've got to tag this Moltres out no matter what. Yeah, I think I just lose here. I think I've just screwed myself really. Yep, I was just delaying the inevitable. So I guess what I'll do is I'll do that. Put energy in the Charizard, Sabrina, just because I can, I guess. And then, oh yeah, I guess I actually need to play X-Speed first before we can, And then I guess what I'll do is I'll bring in Arcanine, take a hit, and then, yeah. We're just kind of delaying at this point. It's not looking good. I don't think I can pull this one out. It's really not going to matter because he's going to retreat the Graveler into Golem. But he can't kill Arcanine. Which is, I guess, good. Because we just lose if he did. But unless he's got another Geo. Okay, now Arcanine will live to see another day, but barely. Hey, another Charizard. Alright, well, I guess we'll at least get one off of him, I guess. We'll go... we'll go down in a blaze of glory. We'll leave Arcanine out. Retreat Arcanine. Go back into Charizard. And we'll do Crimson Storm, why not? Alright, well down goes the Golem. Maybe I should just did that earlier, instead of just drawing this out, but I had hope. I had hope I could pull it out somehow, some way. Alright, brings in the Graveler. And down goes Charizard. Unless he evolves into Golem. Yeah, well now Charizard really does go, as if he wasn't going to go before. Into Brock. Go ahead and get the 6 energy into a Golem. And down goes Charizard. And down goes the duel. Well, I tried. I believed. But alas, it was for naught. But I do believe that that is going to be my last match of the video. I do hope this was enjoyable. It was a little bit of a change of pace in which I usually do, which is fighting games and Dragon Ball games. But hopefully this was enjoyable. Feel free to leave me notes in the comment section below to tell me how I can better optimize this and make it better. But this is just how I've been running it so far. As I said, I'm a free player, so I've just been, whatever I draw is what I try to, or whatever I happen to open in a booster pack is just what I kind of try to build around and just get lucky enough to get what I get. But yeah, hopefully this was enjoyable. That's enough of me rambling here. I do believe I'm going to end the video for the day, as I said before. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.